I think that all TIs can relate with a moment where you felt like you were reduced down to an experimental rat, a lab rat, like you said. That is very, I try to think, okay, well, I'm going to be that different rat that gnaws through the walls of the maze. So I'm gonna do something different. We all have to think outside the box because what they're trying to do is pigeonhole us into our own personal prison and corner and keep us there to isolate us, character assassinate us, discredit us, be perceived as being mentally unwell, unstable, violent. They're trying to poke the bear to get that reaction. How do you navigate? This has been done to me that I'm aware of since 2012 after working for a corrupt private business for a short period of time, relatively short, less than a year, 11 months, before I had enough and left. But how do you, at the 20-year point, what advice do you have for this community on navigating through the gang stalking and the directed energy and auditory and all these different side effects that come with being a targeted individual?
Well, what you can do, one part is you can try to shield yourself. This is what I also tried with more or less success. So there's clothing, you can buy these masks where only your eyes are open, the rest is tissue, shielding material. There are many different shops on the internet. What I also tried was I had a blanket that was a special tissue with, I think it was iron and copper. Mm-hmm. And I bought this years ago. It was really expensive, but it helped me. When I got attacked, I put this blanket over me and it shielded me. It helped me. You can also try copper. There is also copper foil. You can try to make yourself a shield. You have to tape it because copper is very sharp. This foil is very sharp. You can cut yourself. And if you are attacked, you use it like a blanket. You put it over you. But this will not help 100%. You will lower it a little bit. You will reduce it a little bit, but you won't get away everything of the attacks, but at least a little bit. I think one part, what people should do is try to shield themselves. And then what is also important is to go out, to go to public, to tell the people what is happening. Maybe you don't want to tell it to your boss at work because you can lose your job, or you don't want to tell it to your neighbors because maybe the neighbors don't want to talk to you anymore if you tell them you are a TI. But there are other possibilities, other ways to open the eyes of the public. And it's very important to go out and to do this, because otherwise I don't see how this will end. Because the only way, or maybe there are two ways, but one of these two ways is to inform the people, to go out with the information. You can do interviews, you can do videos of yourself, you can go on TikTok or on social media, you can post stuff there. There is the campaign Digital Warriors of Targeted Justice. You can do this. You can go on social media. You can go on the comment page of every article in the internet. Every article has a comment site. You can write comments there. You can write to politicians. You can write to journalists. You can write to pastors even, or Buddhist monks, or whatever. Everybody who has a community, who has influence, should know about this, because these people can get the information further to their community. So this is what people can do. And on the other side, it's very important to find proof, to find evidence for what is happening. But this is not so easy, as we know, because if you want to go to a judge, to court, you need really hard evidence. You need maybe x-rays. If you have implants in your body, you need x-rays, medical reports, you need measurement reports done by professionals. people with a license, and this
Mm,
is not easy because the most licensed professionals work for state, for university,
mm,
for whatever, and they will be very careful what they say and what they do, because they also can lose their job or can at least get problems. So it's not so easy to find this hard evidence. And even if you have this hard evidence, then you have to find a lawyer, because without a lawyer you have no chance if you go to court. So first you have to find a lawyer. So that's the next step, which is also almost impossible, because what lawyer wants to deal with something like this, with the TI program? Yeah, nobody wants to deal with something. So most of the lawyers, 99.9%, say, "Oh no, thank you." Maybe they don't believe it, maybe they believe it and get
they
afraid
don't
or
want to have
whatever,
it
but they
happen to
don't want
them.
to handle with such a thing. So I think the best chance would be to, if enough people go out with their story and start to be active, to inform other people. And if we could make it that we start a huge campaign like the Julian Assange campaign, who helped to get Julian Assange out of jail. That
Yeah.
was a huge worldwide campaign. And if we could make it to build up such a campaign, maybe not so big like Julian Assange, a little bit smaller, that would help, I think, to solve the problem.